the Reddit find.
What's the most shocking thing in the Epstein files? That billionaires are way more interconnected and related than you or I would think. These aren't just names. They all know each other with intimate details and hang about the same social circles and networks. Keep that in mind as you go about your day and worry about the state of the economy. It's all by design. This is a copy of a comment someone else made in a post earlier today, and it's spot on. It's a complete red herring. It's bait. It's simple. They release all the files. Never mind that they've barely released half of the total and claim the 4+ million remaining docs have to remain confidential. Leave his name unredacted in there because, 1, people knew he would be mentioned, so it would be suspicious if he wasn't, and 2, it's mostly all 2025 documents tied to a tip line, where people could call, email, or mail whatever. And they probably know that most of the leads are made up or unsubstantiated, so they can easily disprove them and then claim, see, it's all a nothing burger. There's nothing here. It's a major distraction tactic. The real stuff is either fully redacted or not even close to being released. Meanwhile, everybody focuses on combing through these thousands of documents bearing his name and spend all their energy on that, quoting things that will later get easily debunked. While the real horror is elsewhere, don't fall for it. Everything is just weird. Like he clearly lived in a totally different reality than the rest of the world. Even that video where he's chasing women around his kitchen is just off. It's very uncanny valley, the entire thing. Prior to this drop, I just thought he was a human trafficker. But now I think there's even more to it. Every video is just creepy in a way that I can't quite describe. I don't know if this makes sense to anyone else or not. I feel like this is some kind of distraction. I don't know what's going on, but I feel like I can't trust anything that's happening. That none of these wildly wealthy people can spell or use proper punctuation. That nobody seems to give a shit. The most shocking realization for me is that despite how horrific the details were in the release files of childhood, selective murder, actual murder, etc., this is only the tame stuff they were willing to release. And over half the files that they're still protecting probably has even worse things in it and even more damning evidence. What's also shocking is how little shock and outrage it has brought. This is possible the biggest ring ever connected with hundreds of people of fame and power. There should be outrage. Where are all the QAnon kooks? Seems like exactly what they were talking about is now right here in the open. I mean, they were totally right. It's actually so strange that there was a sliver of truth to their insanity in the end. There really was a pedophile ring that we thought was the most insane nonsense back when it was first talked about 10 years ago. My stepdad goes on and on about Illuminati, and turns out, yep, he's been right for the last decade or two. Just got the names wrong. I think the lack of outrage is because what we've seen so far, the stuff they found fit for publication, is so deranged that it's hard to believe it's real. It reads like an Eli Roth movie. Also, I think some of us are in shock. That's where I'm at. I'm going to be mad as hell where I figure out this isn't just a bad dream. That people aren't outraged enough to make the politicians and oligarchs accountable for their crimes. That none of it will generate more ire and change than the meltdown and reversal of that recent logo change at Cracker Barrel. That there's more. That somehow someone thought this was tame enough to release to the public. This all day long. This is the content they let you see. It is calculated and manipulated. They control the narrative. That never in the course of human history has the peasantry, 1, been more aware of the absolute ghouls their ruling class was, and 2, most equipped to overthrow them and never let them reach that power again. And likely we, as in the people of Earth who live under billionaire rule, will still likely do nothing. We got Dracula running the planet, and people are still going to be like, damn, that's crazy. What's going on TikTok? That it's all redacted. That people still believe that anyone on either side of the political spectrum will be held accountable. They're all filth. We can uncover all the repulsive shit we want, but nothing is ever going to happen to any of these people. They're rich enough to have extremely expensive lawyers and have enough money to pay anyone off. The sheer brutality and absence of conscience through and through.